Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today I'm going to be going over my Houston Astros mock offseason as free agency will be starting on Monday, and the Astros, this should be a busy time for them. They have multiple free agents on the market that are that were on the team last year: Michael Brantley, Martin Maldonado, Hector Neris, Phil Maton, Ryan Stanek. I think they're going to let a lot of those guys walk, but I really do think that the Astros are going to be active in signing potential other free agents. They might be active in the trade market. So it's going to be really interesting. And I'm going to go over what I think the Astros do this offseason and what I think is the best scenario for the Houston Astros this offseason to make them better and focus on the things that they struggled in last year. And let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the new manager. Who's going to be the new manager for the Houston Astros? I think the Houston Astros hire Joe Espada as their next manager. I think it's the best fit for the Houston Astros. He's been on the bench since 2018. I think that's the best guy to be the next skipper for the Astros. Then for trades, the Houston Astros are making two big trades. The Astros trading Jake Myers and Jose Urquidy for Alex Verdugo. I think that's a trade the Red Sox would do. Verdugo is going to be a free agent. They get Jake Myers, a center fielder for a center fielder, and they also get a starting pitcher like Jose Urquidy, who's a very solid starting pitcher. The Red Sox need starting pitching, so that's a 2-for-1 for the Red Sox right there. Then trade J.P. France and Joey Loperfido, who's the Astros' sixth prospect. Is a first baseman and second baseman and an outfielder. This team needs a first baseman badly. Loperfido's in AAA or was in AAA and is expected to make his MLB debut in 2024 for Brewers' Corbin Burns. Adding in a guy like Corbin Burns, who's an elite pitcher, had 200 strikeouts last season with a 10-8 record. I think he'd be a great addition to rotation. You pair him with Justin Verlander, Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, and a healthy Lance McCullers Jr., and a healthy Luis Garcia. That is a dangerous rotation for the Astros. Then for free agents on the Astros roster, Michael Brantley, let him all. I really have everybody, leave the door. Michael Brantley, sorry, I like Michael Brantley, but we need a guy who's going to be healthy, and we need a guy who's going to be effective. I mean, Michael Brantley's a great player, but he's starting to decline as he ages, and he has had a lot of injury problems. I think the Astros need to get a replacement for him. Then next, Martin Maldonado, of course, let him walk. Hector Neris, I like Hector Neris. I think he's going to want too much money, so no thank you. Phil Maton, let him walk. Ryan Stanek had a down year with the Astros this year, let him walk. All right, free agents. The Astros making 3 moves in free agency. The Astros signing one of the best relievers in baseball, who's actually was on the Astros for some time, Josh Hader of the San Diego Padres. Sign him to a 3-year, $64.5 million deal. That would be great for the Houston Astros. I think it'd be a great addition for the Astros to make that bullpen better, which the bullpen was not as good as it should have been last season. And then another move to make the bullpen better, sign Matt Moore of the Miami Marlins, a left-hander. The Astros need a power left-hander really bad off the bullpen. Matt Moore would bring that. He had a 2.36 ERA last year. I would really like his addition for the Houston Astros. And then you need a catcher with Martin Maldonado, out the door. Obviously, you don't need a starting catcher. Yainer Diaz is a starting catcher. Some of you that might have heard me say we need a catcher, not like that. We need a backup catcher for if Yainer Diaz is going to have a day off, or God forbid he goes on the IL. I don't think that will happen, but it's a long season. You're going to need a backup catcher. Right now, in the minors, I don't really trust anybody at the catcher position right now. The next man up would probably be Cesar Salazar. I really didn't like what I saw from him last year. Of course, he could be the guy that comes up and it would be the Houston Astros backup catcher for 2024. But I think a really good option for the Houston Astros would be someone who was actually in your division, Tom Murphy from the Seattle Mariners. He only played like 40-something games, hit 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. I think he'd be a really good option for the Astros. Sign him to like a 1-year, $6 million deal. I think would be a really good signing for the Houston Astros. And then here's what the team would look like. For the starting lineup, catcher Yanner Diaz, first baseman Jose Abreu, Jose Altuve at second base, Alex Bregman at third, Jeremy Pena at shortstop, Alex Verdugo in left, Chas in center, Kyle Tucker in right, and DH Jordan. The thing I love about the outfield is you can switch so many things up. If you want to put Tucker, if you want to put Tucker at the DH one game, you can, because you have great outfielders. Besides that, I mean, there's so much flexibility with this lineup with the outfielders. Obviously, you don't want to put Kyle Tucker at the DH because he's such a good outfielder. He's won the Golden Glove. He's won the Golden Glove award so many times. But the thing is if Kyle Tucker's played like 15, 20 straight games at right field, give him a day off from the field so you can still have his power bat. There's so many things you can do. You could put Chas in left. You could put Chas at center, Verdugo, or if you want to give Tucker the day off from the field, Verdugo at right, Chas at center, and Jordan at left, or Verdugo at center, Chas in right, or Jordan in left. I think Jordan might have played right field a couple times in his career, but that's not a good idea for the Astros. But there's flexibility with the Houston Astros outfield, which I really like. And then here's what the bench would look like. You'd have catcher Tom. I think the guarantees are catcher Tom Murphy, and then center fielder and infielder Mauricio Dubon. But then I think the final two bench spots for the Astros would be a competition between four players: Corey Julks, Pedro Leon, Greg Kessinger, and Justin Dearden. I think the two guys to win the job are Greg Kessinger and Justin Dearden to make the Astros opening day roster. Then the starting pitching rotation. At 1, Corbin Burns. At 2, Justin Verlander. At 3, Framber Valdez. At 4, Christian Javier. At 5, Lance McCullers Jr. At 6, Luis Garcia. The bullpen: Josh Hader, Ryan Presley, Kendall Graveman, Phil Maton, Hunter Brown, a guy that will give you long innings. And Hunter Brown will be a starter to start the season because Luis Garcia probably will not be ready to be healthy or be able to play or pitch for the Astros until June. So Hunter Brown, for a good part of the season, for 2 months of the season, probably before the All-Star break, will be a starting pitcher for the Astros until Luis Garcia comes back. Then Hunter Brown will move to the bullpen, and he'll be a guy the Astros can, he can give the Astros 2 to 3 innings, 4 if needed. I think he'd be a really good arm for the bullpen with a very long rotation for the Astros with Corbin Burns, Justin Verlander, Framber Valdez, and Christian Javier leading it. And then the final two guys in the bullpen, Rafael Montero and Brandon Abreu. So I think that's what the Astros should do throughout the offseason. But here's some of your thoughts, Astros fans. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out. Go Astros.